my gosh! Oh, that is exactly what we're looking for! 66.2 Theory Saddle Blueprint. Oh, let's go! That is beautiful. Yes. How's it going, everyone? It's Bladen, and welcome back to ARK on the Crystal Isles. You guys might be able to see here, we've done a little bit of arrangements with our reptilian friends. And we also have a bit of a structure placed right there. Yes, I will get to that in just a second. But we have got preparations being made. Big time preparations. It's baby boomer season. That's right. We gotta get ready for the boss fight against the Crystal Wyvern Queen. And I have made sure to make the entire process for doing this just about as easy as I'm able to. I have everyone here nice and neatly lined up so I can, access their eggs much easier. And I also have this little setup right here that I built in between episodes. Now this is like a little incubation chamber. I have many more of these air conditioners right here. And these bad boys can hatch up even like wyvern eggs, which I think are actually one of the toughest eggs in the game to hatch. Require the most hyperthermal or hypothermal insulation, and I've got plenty of insulation provided by these air conditioners right here. So we are all set on that front. And I also want to take some time to actually show off the creatures that I am going to be breeding with here. So, as we may already know, I'll start right here. These are our Tropionathus, and I plan to have one of them with me for the boss fight, which I will be riding on. And we actually already have done all of those selective breeding in order to get the perfect Tropios. As you can see, we've already got the perfect females with the highest stats on them, and we even have a male right here with a health mutation. So definitely got to make sure we get that mutation onto our baby Tropio that we hatched today, so I can make sure I get that little bit of extra boost to the health. Now in regards to the Theries right here, we have 3 Theries right here in total, and I have selected 2 females and 1 male. For instance, this female right here has high health, this one has high melee, and this male right here in the middle actually doesn't have any high stats. As a matter of fact, it's a very weak male Theory. However, I am only concerned about getting the health from this female and the melee from this female into a perfect pair of parents that we can use to breed with each other, because we're going to want 6 Therazinos at our disposal for our army once we take on the boss fight. And same case is going to go for the allos right here. Female with high health, a female with high melee, and a weak male that we can use for breeding purposes right here in the middle. Exact same thing, we're going to have 4 of those bad boys. Now moving on to the wyverns right here, these are our Ember Crystal Wyverns, and as it turns out, the one male that we already had, that we hatched from an egg a long time ago, actually has both better health and melee. So this one right here is a pretty basic breeder wyvern, but hopefully I can still get myself a female that has both of those stats in them, and then we can breed 3 of those Ember Crystal Wyverns for the boss fight. For our Blood Crystal Wyverns right here, we have a bit of a nice thing right here. One of them has high health, and one of them has high melee. And we want to get both of those stats into 2 parents that we can breed them together with, and we'll get 3 Blood Crystal Wyverns. Now, a bit different, the Tropical Crystal Wyverns. So as you guys can see, I've actually marked them up with all of their stats. This one has high health and oxygen. I think the male here in the middle has food, weight, and melee. And this one on the right has stamina and melee. The melee is highest, it's tied between these 2 right here. You might be wondering why on earth I'm bothering to measure things like food or oxygen. Well, that's because I want these Tropical Crystal Wyverns in particular to be the ones that I want to use for the experience getting for our army. And in order to do that, I want to make sure these guys are at highest levels as possible when I get the perfect breeding pair of parents. And so, because of that, I'm going to be doing selective breeding for the useless stats, like oxygen and food, and try to get all of that stuff condensed into 2 parents, and that should hopefully give the parents a super duper high level. And I'm going to be using the babies from those parents as our as our main source of experience to train our actual army with. So that is going to be the plan going forward. So much breeding is going to be happening. It's going to be a bit of a doozy, but we are going to get on that really soon here. I've also taken some time to do some resource gathering off camera. We got plenty of metal being smelted up in all of our refining forges right now. And of course we have our industrial grinder here at the ready, because it just so happens that as I was in those loot caves, I got a whole lot of things here that I can shred up in the industrial grinder. This Mosasaur platform saddle in particular, I'm very eager to see what happens when I put this in the grinder. I've been waiting to do this ever since I got it. I've been excited for this moment. Now that I'm finally recording, I can do it. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was like 100 metal. What? All of those platform saddles that I have like the blueprints for, they take so much metal. 4,000 for that one. I was expecting to get a lot more than just 100 metal back. What a jip! Well, okay, well, unfortunately it is what it is, but we can still get a bit of extra metal with the help of our industrial grinder with everything else we have. And I also, as you guys saw in the intro, got myself a new Therizinosaurus saddle blueprint. It's actually our first one. But yes, we finally have one, a really good one at that too, 66.2 armor. And of course we also have the Allosaurus saddle that we got before. Actually, I don't even know if I've showed this on camera, but I did get it in the ocean cave right there alongside the Therizinosaurus saddle. Or beforehand, rather. And these are pretty expensive with the crafting materials. 350 per Allosaurus saddle, and 468 per Therizino saddle, and that hide is also going to be a bit tough to get. But we have means for getting a lot of hide, thankfully. Okay, I thought the... Oh, those are the air conditioners outside. Alright, and yeah, we got that in order to deal with as well for today, getting the saddles ready. I've also decided to make myself one of those Ascendant Metal picks. I haven't yet dyed it though. I don't know if I'm actually going to do that, if I'll remember to or not at all, but that is definitely going to be something to consider when moving forward. Those saddle blueprints, really nice. Now, as far as the Tropionathus saddle goes that I've been so desperately wanting to get, I'm afraid I'm not really optimistic about getting a good quality Tropio saddle, because I've actually discovered that those are not within the loot table for the ocean cave we've been exploring. While those drops are in the deep ocean, they're part of the cave ocean loot drop table, and those do not include the Tropio saddle. The Tropio saddle is only in either the regular deep sea loot crates, so the ones that are out in the open ocean on the floor, or the red supply crates that drop from the overworld here. And the table for both of those is really, really large, and the deep sea loot crates are so much more rare to find than the regular red supply drops. I don't really know if I'll be able to get one by the time we do the boss fight, so I might just end up using a primitive one, but that is okay because it does still do a lot of damage. The grenades are still pretty handy to have with that, and speaking of which, we are going to have to make plenty of those grenades. I also happen to have this shotgun right here that I would also like to make as sort of a backup. In case something goes wrong with the Tropio, I can still fight by myself. The shotgun will be really nice to have for that. And last but certainly not least, in terms of gear, I am very much set. I've got some lovely pieces of flak armor right here in the form of blueprints, but I've also got some physical pieces of armor right here too inside of my storage bins. We've got some leggings, some gloves, we've got a riot helmet right here, a whole bunch of really useful things. We've got even more inside of here. There's some riot shoes and some pants, and we do have some other cool things in here too. We got some shotguns laying around in here, but I really want that Mastercraft shotgun that we have from that blueprint. And there's some flak boots in there too. Nice. Alright, now actually getting into action here today. I am going to start off today's episode already with the... Oh! Game stuttering a bit there. I am going to be starting off with a brand new tame right off the bat. It is going to be a very, very important creature in our efforts to get our army ready for the Crystal Wyvern Queen, and it is a creature that is often slept on, honestly. I wonder if many people who actually play ARK know how much this creature provides for your team in terms of, you know, preparation and utility. It's not really great on the battlefield, but in terms of our preparation, it's going to be a big, big help for us. And we have to find it over at the White Shoals. Alright, gang, I found the creature I'm looking for. And so the taming process can start now. Well, that was easy. Yes, we got ourselves a Lystrosaurus, or Lystrosaurus. I don't know. What's the proper pronunciation? Who knows? But I am actually going to want a second one of these things. Usually one would do the trick, but just for safekeeping, I want to make sure I grab myself a second one. Now, you might be wondering, what the heck am I going to do with a little itty-bitty Listersaur like that? How can that thing help us prepare my entire army for the Crystal Wyvern Queen? Well, they happen to have a really nifty little feature in that they actually give you an experience multiplier if your dinosaurs are standing near them. And so what I'm going to do is once I start grinding out the experience for all of my dinosaurs, I'm going to make sure to keep a Leicester nearby so that way I actually get more experience than what I would have gotten originally if I didn't have any. Specifically, it'll give you 35% more experience, which is a really, really big deal. That's going to be a big difference for our levelings. Let's see, what are you? Are you... you are... Are you a male? Oh, you're also a female. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, okay, we got two nice little females right here. Unfortunately, I actually don't have another cryopod with me, so... I'm going to have to carry you back with Polycletus here. I've never actually really seen this before. Oh, that is funny looking. Oh, I can't do the glide flying. That's interesting. Alright, well, it's going to be a bit of a long fly back to base, but I will get back there shortly, and I'll see you guys then. Come on, follow me over here. Alright, there we go. Now, I think I should throw in this direction. Let's see what you two look like together. Oh, they're so precious. Two beautiful little twins right here, actually. They're the exact same level, too. Look at that. Now, on my way back to base, I was actually trying to think about good nicknames I can give to these two. I was trying to think about some good twins from my favorite pieces of media, and I do kind of have a name. It is a boy and a girl name, and these are both little girls, but maybe one of them has their own freedom of expression. I want to name you Lily. Oh, I accidentally hit cancel. Let's try that again. Yee. Lily. And I will name you Toddney. Yes, you may know what these two are from. These are from the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared television series, the super creepy, psychedelic, like Muppet Sesame Street horror kids show that was from the internet, actually. They actually have a full-fledged TV series now, and I really, really, really like it. And these two, Lily and Todney, were a prime feature in one of the creepier episodes of the show. But these two are not creepy at all. They're actually precious, but I still figured it would be a funny name to give to these two anyway. And these two are going to be stationed right in here, probably for the rest of their little lives. They'll be valuable in getting us our experience that we need to fight the boss with. But it's at about that point for me where I can't really stall it anymore. I've got to get the breeding started for all of these guys, and I'm not really sure how I'm going to be able to make this an exciting venture to commentate over. It's just going to be a lot of time waiting for eggs to hatch, waiting for babies to grow up, and waiting to see if stats have been stacked or not. So I'll come back to you guys if there's any interesting developments, but if not, then I'm probably just going to be back once I actually do have all of these creatures with the stats bred into each other. I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, so I've actually gotten about just as far as I can at the moment with the breeding. I'm not able to have all of the perfect parents quite yet, but I am as close as I possibly think I am. To being able to have them. I have some tropical wyverns growing up right here. I actually have the perfect Emperor Crystal Wyvern female growing up right here. The male we already had initially because he had both the higher health and melee stat. And both of these Blood Crystal Wyverns are perfect also. They have the 6500 health and the 364 melee damage, which is super duper duper nice. And of course we have the Aloes and Theries right here, a couple of males with high health on them. I have to slowly but surely work their way up because the initial males that we had were really bad. So I'm just trying to get what I can into them. But I figured since I have some spare time right now while I wait for all these babies to grow up, why don't I use this time right now to actually start working on some of the other things I want to get done for the boss fight. And I would think I would like to first start off with the gear that I am going to use myself. I gotta get this shotgun made ASAP. It is such a great shotgun, and that is going to need a lot of metal, polymer, and cementing base. And at least, thankfully, I do happen to have a lot of metal being smelted up right inside of here. Here's my age-old trick: just throw it on the ground like that, then jump as you clip. Oh, whoops. Wait, Oh, I have it. Okay, nice. I don't actually get weighed down by that much metal. Alright, let's see. I need more polymer, which I can go get organic polymer for that. But we also need to get gunpowder, which we're going to need our chemistry bench for right here. And I happen to have a little bit of spark powder on me. There we go. Look at all that stuff crafted up. Beautiful. Alright, cool. I'm going to have to go out to the desert real quick to kill some mantis and get some of their organic polymer. Get on in there, you silly substance. That better be enough. It is enough. There it is. Mastercraft pump action shotgun. Alright. I also wanted to make sure I grabbed a little bit of extra polymer because I know we're also going to need some of it for this bad boy, Tropio saddle. In fact, I think right now might even be the best time to make it since that stuff will expire pretty soon. I'm going to need to make sure I have a bit of extra metal on me, which thankfully I do. And fiber, I might have to go out real quick and grab some with the hide seeker. Let's go ahead and throw that in there. Let's check now. Alright, I need a little bit more. One bam 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 bam. Tropio saddle. There we go. Alright, cool. I definitely want to make sure I got that crafted before all this organic polymer expires. I'm not certain if there's anything else I need organic polymer for, but we have a little bit left over just in case there is something. Alright, cool. We got the shotgun. Now, of course, in order to use that bad boy, we're going to need some ammunition for it. And that's going to require, naturally, more metal. Always so much metal I need for everything. Let's go ahead and chuck this into our smithy. We're going to have to first make some simple bullets, and then we'll convert that into shotgun ammo afterwards. I am going to need a bit more gunpowder, though, which is going to mean more spark powder. The crafting process is real tonight. Alright. Let's look up, let's see, shotgun ammo that is going to require simple bullets, and simple bullets are going to require metal and gunpowder. Let's make 75, I guess. Alright, cool. In the meantime, I'm going to go get more gunpowder ready. Ah! Oh no! Oh no, 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 no! Oh gosh, this ain't good. I'm out of stamina. No, don't kill! Ah! Help! Help! Somebody help! Ah, no! Oh, I'm a dead man. I can't get away! Ah! Darn it. Killed by raptors at this late into the game? Unbelievable. Look at all of this sweet gunpowder. I think this is going to hopefully be enough. I know I'm going to need a heck of a lot of it for the grenades for the Tropio saddle, as well as our shotgun ammunition here. Let's see, how many of these can we make? We can make 50, and it's only one bullet at a time. I think we're going to need more simple bullets, but honestly, I think 50 might be enough, because I'm not even really planning to use the shotgun during the boss fight. I really want most of the ammunition to go towards making the grenades, and let's check real quick how much those are going to cost us. Yeah, 30 gunpowder a pop. Oh, we're going to need more than 600 gunpowder in that case. Well, we already have more waiting, but even more than that, I at least want to have maybe a couple hundred grenades put onto my Tropio for the fight, and as well as a bunch of other resources. So much preparation work going into this episode. Alright, let's actually go and see how this bad boy performs. I've already gone ahead and given it some colors. Based on its Mastercraft quality, I decided to give it a nice yellow dye sheen onto it. Hello, Argentavis. What level are you? Let's see how many shots this is going to take. You're level 20. Alright. Bam! 86 per bullet. Well, not per bullet, but that's a spread shot, so we're doing more than 86 damage, of course. Oh no! Oh my gosh. That is so cool. This shotgun is going to be really fun for us. Oh, I would love to see more raptors run up on me. Yeah, you guys are afraid now that I've got myself a shotgun. That is awesome. Alright, cool. We got more stuff to make, so let's get right back onto that. Whoa! Oh gosh, hyenas! Uh-oh. Alright, you asked for it! Get out of here! Go! Be gone! I didn't want to have to do that, but you guys forced me. Oh, brother. So I'm on the verge of making a bunch of these grenades. We're really close to having them. The only real thing we are missing is the insane quantities of hide. I know that we only need 5 hide per grenade, but I'm going to need a bunch of hide for other things later on anyway. So I thought I would bring up that situation. We have a bunch of stone on bluey right here, and Hide Seeker does have fiber. And I know I've said in the past that I could go get hide with Hide Seeker thanks to the Therizino's soft harvesting ability, but I think we have a better alternative sitting inside of these boxes here. Yes, we do. Oh boy. Let her rip. Well, that was a fun time. We got ourselves a lot of hide thanks to our new chainsaw, and we finally have enough to make a whole bunch of grenades. I mean, we had enough from the beginning, honestly, but we have plenty more at our disposal. I'm going to chuck the rest of this into Hide Seeker, I think. Since you are kind of the seeker of hide, I think that would make your day. Alright, cool. So let us take a look here then. We've got so much gunpowder. We've got even more sitting inside of here. Look at all that stuff. Beautiful. That's 25 grenades right now. Plenty more where that came from. These are going to take quite a while to craft. We're going to be here for a while. Ladies, gentlemen, and others, we are back. All of the grenades have been crafted, and I would like to feast your eyes upon the contents of this locker right here. We have 195 grenades at our disposal, ready to go. We've got 375 gasoline, and our Tropionathus saddle is in there. And yes, it is dyed. Can't wait to show that off once we get Blitz. But we are looking really good with our arsenal. We have got our shotgun, we've got our shells, we've got all the grenades in the world. But what is an offense without a good defense? And we are going to have to move on to the next part now. That is going to be talking about our armor setup. So, I have gathered all of the pieces of armor, well, the good pieces anyway, that I've had stored away. A lot of it came from the loot drops from that cave, and I've decided to throw them all into the smithy right here and see how good we are looking. And I have all the blueprints as well, and I'm going to be crafting some of these pieces of armor. Now, I want to make sure I have quite a few pieces of every single type of armor in here, just to make sure I am safe all around. And I think certain things I'm not really going to need more than others. For instance, I don't have a single chest plate that's already been made, so I'm definitely going to want to make a few of those. But maybe also a couple helmets, maybe a pair of gloves and some boots. I think we might be good on the leggings though. Alright, so here is what I have decided to go with. I just decided to make 3 pieces of each armor in here. Well, some of the pieces were already pre-crafted, but I've got 3 helmets, 3 chest pieces, 3 gloves, 3 pants, and 3 shoes. And I think that is definitely going to be plenty of defense for us throughout the entirety of the fight. There's only one thing I'd really be concerned about, and that's the ramshackle flak chest pieces, because their durability isn't really as good as some of the other pieces in here, but I honestly think it'll be okay. I might even be overshooting it a little bit with the safety here. But oh boy, I've got a lot of dyeing to do. I've got all of my armor pieces dyed. Now let's see how we look. That's a pretty fitting reaction. I think we kind of look like a dork. But what's important is that this armor is really tanky and resilient, and it will keep us alive even though our color situation is all over the place. Why are the riot leggings so gray and desaturated while the gloves and chest plate are super green? Also, that was the wrong key. Let me show my hat. So there's our riot helmet on top of it all. Yeah, I like the ponytail more. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, cool. Now, I figured I would show our current situation with the breeding process right now. We've got a lot of stuff going on. I've got the aloes closer now. We only have 1 melee and 1 health to transfer between each other, a male and a female. Our Theri is still growing up. Therizinos take a very long time to grow up, so we're probably going to be the last with these guys when it comes to actually getting the perfect breeding pair of parents. But the Ember Crystal Wyverns are all set to go. We already have our perfect stats for each one of them. The male perfect and female perfect is right there. And we have our Blood Crystal Wyverns not too far behind. They're still growing up, but they should be done just about any second. As a matter of fact, you're going to be done like right now. Nice. Alright, good timing on that. And the Tropical Wyverns are also closer as well. But while we are waiting here, I feel like I'm in a pretty comfortable place to bring one of our army creatures into this world. That's right, we are going to be breeding our Tropios once again, and we are going to be hatching ourselves the one true Tropio to rule the army, the entire pack, my true mount for the boss fight, Blitz. But first I have to enable mating on the females. Let me take care of that real quick. There we go. We got 2 baby Tropios. Alright, I'm only going to need one of them. There we go. Just to make sure, 2,500. Let's go ahead and look at our male real quick. You are level 234. Yep, brilliant. Alright, this is Blitz, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and name you accordingly. Whoops. Blitz. Nice, there we go. I decided to do Blitz first because Tropios grow up a lot quicker than a lot of other creatures do, and I'm definitely going to be able to get the full imprint cycle on him if I'm lucky enough to not have to do any kibble, that is. I still have yet to prepare for that, but hopefully I'll have him at 100%, and I will have all the other creatures ready by that point too. Now, while we are waiting for baby Blitz here to grow up, I do want to make sure I have some proper food at my disposal that I can use to make sure I can imprint him if he wants it. I have some cooked prime meat, some regular cooked meat, and some fish meat, but I don't really have any cooked prime fish meat in there waiting for me. So, I've got Sea Goose in a cryopod. We are going to go on one last venture with Sea Goose to go get a bunch of prime fish meat because I'm going to want to have a lot of that stuff just in case all the other creatures also want to have some of that stuff for their imprint. But I need to first make sure I have some of my scuba equipment with me. And I will meet you guys back once we are over at the ocean. We are back into the big ocean blue with Sea Goose for one last time, though I've forgotten my scuba mask. It's hard to see down here. But I am trying to look for something really, really big. Something that can get us a lot of prime fish meat. I just learned that megalodons don't actually drop any prime fish meat, and I'm fairly certain that the dunks don't either. So we're going to need something like a Leadsichthyes, or maybe a Mosasaurus or a Tusoteuthis. I wouldn't really want to run into one of those. Oh, there's a Leadsichthyes right there. Alright, cool. Get over here, bozo. There we go. We almost got you. Come on. We got it. Whoa! 143 raw prime fish meat. Whoa. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. That is really all we needed. Wow, I'm shocked. That really took no time at all. Unfortunately, Sea Goose's last big seafaring wasn't really that big of a deal, but we did get everything that we needed from the Leadsichthyes. Oh, there's Edward. But anyway, we got plenty of time now. We're going to go back to base, get all of that prime meat cooked up, and we're going to check in on the baby Blitz and everyone else and make sure everyone is still breeding up a-okay. Come on, Blitz. I think this is the longest walk I've ever had to go on for an imprint. There we go. Oh my goodness. You guys got to work out there, Blitz. I can tell you're already raring to go. You got that army training, you got that soul inside of you. I can see it in your eyes. That's awesome. Blitz, the Tropionathus, the first member of our army against the Crystal Wyvern Queen, is now all grown up, and I even got him fully imprinted. That is awesome, and I already have the saddle ready. Check it out. Oh, that is such a good look. It's a little dark outside, so it's kind of hard to see the details. But yes, Blitz is finally with us now. Oh, that feels so great to do again. I've missed riding around on a Tropio ever since Glitz passed away. Now, in the time that Blitz has been spent growing up, I've been doing a few things around here. Obviously, it's a lot more packed around here. There's so many creatures taking up all kinds of space around here. I've still got more adults growing up right here. I've got the perfect female Allosaurus is growing up right here. I haven't yet had the luck to hatch the male one, though, but I do have multiple females just for the fun of it. I've got the perfect tropical crystal wyverns growing up right here. Here's a 249, and this one is 238. Now, I originally planned for them to be the same level, but honestly, as long as the health and melee damage were the same, that's all that was really going to make an impact in the end. While having a higher level does make it so that you get a bit more experience for killing them, I think ultimately we're going to be able to get a bunch of experience from all the creatures here, including the Blood Crystal Wyverns and Ember Crystal Wyverns. And that leads me on to my next thing. A few of our leftover fairies that we've had, I've decided to designate that as our egg carriers. So this one right here in particular, this is our army egg carrier. This one is going to carry the eggs of the units that we're going to use in our army. And since we've already finished the perfect lineage for the Ember Crystal Wyvern and Blood Crystal Wyverns, I've got 3 of each inside of here. And these 3 eggs are going to hatch into the Wyverns that we are going to use against the boss. And I also have these 2 right here to kind of have the bunch of other eggs that we're probably going to use as experience fodder. I hate to put it that way, but that is what is going to happen with these eggs. And I've been just collecting the wyvern eggs as they've been hatching, just kind of stockpiling them, just to make sure I have plenty once the time everyone is grown up and we are ready to get some of the experience going. And as a matter of fact, I think I might do that a little bit with Blitz here. So I'm going to grab probably 4 of these wyvern eggs. Check it out. We have 26 levels available to us right off the get-go here. That is a lot. And I am going to spend a bunch of these into the stamina firstly. I want to make sure I have plenty of stamina for this boss fight. Let's go ahead and get up to 1500 on that. And I'm going to put the rest into the HP here. There we go, up to 4000. I'm going to definitely try to get some more levels into Blitz here by the time we actually do face the boss. But for right now, that's all we really have. Now, we are kind of again in a bit of a waiting phase for all of these guys to grow up. So I figured it would be a pretty fun idea to show off the Tropionathus now that we've got grenades finally in our flat cannon. So once we hit control and go into our boost mode, we now have a reticle. Oh, look at it. It's going crazy. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. It's going everywhere around on the screen. And, oh, this is just the perfect area to run a test with it. So, right click now is actually going to shoot from our flat cannon, but we can only do so while we are in our boosting stage. Let's go ahead and see this Argentavis right here. Level 55, alright. That's perfect. You're going to meet a pretty horrible demise, but target practice is necessary if we want to make sure we succeed in this boss fight. So, let's go ahead and get ourselves a bit of a distant here and line up the reticle and right click. Bam! 249. And I love that effect too. And we can just pedal back a little bit here, line ourselves up again. Oh, that was a bit too far away. So the grenades can't fly forever. They do have a timer before they explode. 198. 179. I love the effects from the grenades. It's really cool. Alright, nice. I might actually have to end up making more grenades because I feel like at this point I'm really going to run out really quickly during the boss fight. Here we go. Alright. We got a tropical crystal wyvern. Let's have a battle against it. So, gotta avoid that breath attack at all costs. Bang! 195 damage. Alright, that was awesome. Whoosh! Oh, whoops. Pressed the wrong key there accidentally. That C maneuver where you do that quick U-turn, that could be really useful, but I don't really know how to use it. But this is what practice is for. Whoosh. Oh, this is so cool. The ideal dogfight dinosaur. Alright, one more hit should do it. That was a really good hit. 290 on that one. Bam! Look at that. Down it goes. Delicious. Nice. That was really cool. Alright. We didn't even use that many grenades on it. I think the wyverns are actually weaker to aerial projectiles than other creatures might be. I might be wrong on that though. I might even just be making that up. I don't really even remember for sure. I think I may have heard that from somewhere. But okay. Either way, that was a successful little hunt right there. I wouldn't really want to mess with more wyverns right now. I've got many grenades on me, and I don't want to really expend all of them at the moment. I'll probably make more in the future though. But for right now, let's head back to base, and we have got some more stuff to get onto. We have had such a jam-packed and focused episode today. We've done so much progress, so much work. I can see the army on the horizon. We got all of the perfects lined up ready here. I even got the perfect Allosaurus right here. Just hatched him. But we are getting really long on the time on today's episode too. I don't think we'll really have our army completely ready by the end of this episode. But hopefully we can do that before we fight the boss in the next episode. I think that would be a pretty good plan. However, one thing I do think we can actually get done before the end of the episode is crafting up these saddles right here. We've got everything I think we'll need. We'll probably have to get a little bit more hide out there, but all in all, I think we're going to be really set. Now, I do have 2 Journeyman Therizino saddles. I think they're both on the Therizinos out here. Let's check you real quick, Egg Carrier. Yeah, there's one of them. I don't know where the other one is at the moment. But the plan is going to be to make 4 of these saddles and 4 Allo saddles. And that is going to round off the entire army of creatures that we have ready for us. But we need to first get a lot of hide and fiber and metal going for these bad boys. Alright, I've decided to give the saddles over to the army egg carrier just to have a consistent place where I can make sure I remember they're all somewhere. And also, as it turns out, the one saddle that I thought would be better than the ones I would craft is actually only 50.4 armor. But I'm optimistic. I'm going to go ahead and keep it, and I'm going to use it for one of my theories in the army. I could go get all the more resources to make another one of these saddles, but I am pretty optimistic about it. Hopefully, me using that saddle won't be the sole reason I lose my fight against the Crystal Wyvern Queen. But, anyways, what a crazy episode it has been. Look at that, I'm even starving after all that. I need a snack. And I've got so much more work to do. But, next episode, it happens. We take on the Crystal Wyvern Queen after we get ourselves an army and get the artifacts and all that stuff ready. But then we fight the boss. It is going to be grand. It is going to be a big spectacle, and I hope you are as excited for it as I am. In that case, though, that is going to do it for this mega episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care. See ya.